Well, I'm just doing my final sweep. I'm going back to the barn. We have about 4 or 5 horses that throughout the week had a little bit of a temperature. I'm going to go through the scratch list with you. We do have some horses that were scratched for tomorrow for various reasons, splints, curbs, and we had some castrations. And it dawned on me tonight that I hadn't really told everybody who was getting castrated. I had somebody say, Tailgate Buzz, he's sick. What's wrong with him? Like, we castrated him. You know, we had about 15 horses to castrate, and it's not that I'm happy to report that none of them were mean or nasty or sour. A couple of them were a little cranky at times. And a couple of them did, we had a list, 1 through 14 or 15. We're not all the way through the list yet. But there were a number of horses that were castrated, and the ones that were castrated, excuse me, the ones that were castrated this week, it's a little unfair for them to be training tomorrow, so we didn't go with those horses, i.e. Tailgate Buzz. There was really only a couple of horses that missed this week because of sickness. Really only a couple of those horses. So the only horse really that missed training on Wednesday because of sickness was Nothing But a Dreamer. He's better now. His temperatures were down. He hasn't needed any anti-inflammatory. He hadn't needed any Tylenol in 3 days. So he's got some discharge in his nose. It was going through the barn, but we got it killed. It sounds silly, but when you get a cold snap like this, it just all seems to go away. It's only when you get that hot, cold, when it's up above zero, that's when you start to see that sickness. But when it's down, especially cold days like today, tomorrow, you don't see that stuff. So it was timely. The cold snap was timely. So let's get right to it. I don't have them in alphabetical order, so I'm going to try and eyeball it here. I'm going to eyeball it. We have 4, 7, 10, 12 scratches tomorrow. So Kelly was wrong. There isn't 48. There should be. Oh, no, she's right. There's 48. 60 minus 12. Okay, first horse on the list. Always Charming was castrated this week. A couple of these horses could go, but I mean, without training them, we trained on Thursday. Without training them Thursday, coming off of castration, the likelihood they look good is a little silly. So why don't we just go easy? Let them heal up completely, and then let them show their best. If they're not going to show their best tomorrow, what the hell do I want them out there for? If I know that the horses aren't ready to do work tomorrow, then they shouldn't be on the track. And there may be a couple. I'll tell you right now, when I'm done, I'll tell you before. Smoking Hot Irish Girl and Swinging Senorita also missed Thursday. No mucus, but did spike a temperature a couple of days. Now, haven't had a temperature since Thursday morning, so they could theoretically go. But if there's any hint of sickness, temperature, or anything of that in that regard, horses will not go tomorrow. Now, I foresee our list, aside from those particular 2 fillies, staying pretty good. I'm going back right now. It's 8:15 right now. By the time I leave the barn, it'll be just shortly after 9 o'clock. I'll have a good idea who's going tomorrow. So I'm going to give you a little list. I know you're probably saying, why didn't you do this list after? I'm pretty sure we're fine. Here's the list. Always Charming, scratched, castrated. Austral Hanover, scratched, castrated. Both those colts were castrated this week. Depend on It was supposed to be castrated, but spiked the temperature a little bit. He isn't completely over that virus. We did actually take a nasal swab of Marshall Zukov. We had them on penicillin and Genocin. We thought that would be great. The vet recommended. That's what we did. It would help, but the thing that really helped the horses was the TMZ tablets, the sulfamethoxazole tablets. So we had to switch them to a different antibiotic, and we're in mid-switch with Depend on It. So his temperature is down. He jogged today, but he won't be training tomorrow. All right, next, after the D's, we have M, Magical Tom. Big curb crowd. Curbs especially. Curbs crowd in the last 10 days. They will not be training tomorrow. I don't want to take any chances. We talked about the curb, that ligament at the back of the hock. You really have to let that set. You can't rush back. Time is needed. That is why this week, cryoing those curbs was so important, so those horses could rest. As I'm gone away next week, there'll be no training next week, Wednesday or Saturday, and that will give those horses a real good chance to catch up when I return home. So we're at Magical Tom being scratched. Next is the end, Nothing But a Dreamer. The only horse that had mucus in high temperatures all week was this guy. Not a lot of mucus today, a little bit of discharge. No temperatures for the last 2 days. I don't expect there to be any when I go back. I think he's fine to jog tomorrow, but as far as training, no, I'd rather not. He's been doing everything so good. Why poke the hornet's nest? Just leave him alone. So he's going to get no training tomorrow. Next would be the Real Fear. Curb and Splint Crowd. This guy, a complete reset on this guy, so I'm happy. I love this horse so much. Just give him the whole week off next week. Just jog him. No training whatsoever. I expect this guy to be firing on all cylinders when I come back next week, a week from Monday. Sipping on My Shine was castrated. Sir Strong is now healthy. I told you guys he was sick. I was a little concerned. We had him scoped, but he was really sick, like almost pneumonia sick, and then recovered. The Genesin and penicillin helped him. He's much better now. He's breathing is good. He's back jogging. He's getting close back to 100%, but certainly not in any position to train tomorrow. But he's getting there. Very happy with Sir Strong. Sipping on My Shine was just castrated. He can't go tomorrow either. Tactical Mounds, as you know. So Tactical Mounds cuts are healing up great. Amy had taken some pictures of her knees, sent them to Kelly. She can send them out to the clients that own Tactical Mounds, so you can get a good look. Amy, the vets, everybody involved did such a good job with this filly. It was just an unfortunate accident. She just tripped, knuckled over, fell, and that baby flesh is just so soft. She hit that hard track on a really cold day, and it just sheared them. It just cut her up pretty good. They did a great job at the university, and as I said, Amy, the vets, everybody involved did a great job. She's well on her way to being back to 100%. In fact, I believe she can start back jogging next week. Wouldn't it be nice? Had that throat operation. She's back jogging now, but is not in any form to start training yet. So that's a pretty that's an obvious one there. Completely healthy, everything is good, but just need to let her heal up properly. So she's not training. Did I miss anybody? What a Mission I believe he was castrated, but he definitely had a splint crowd, and he was a little bit sick. A lot of things going on with that guy. Most importantly was the castration. I just wanted that horse to have a complete reset. Just let him relax, start back fresh on February 1st. So that's him. Did I miss anybody? Warwi Yuri. Yuri had a temperature this week. I guess I could have put him in the training sets, to be honest. But as I told you guys, I don't want to hurt this colt. We already know the trajectory we're on with him. Go easy, push when you can. He was a little bit under the weather this week, but not bad. Not bad. No temperature last night, no temperature today. He's been jogging. I'd rather just not train him tomorrow, to be honest. I'd like to give him that extra week. I'd like to see these horses rebound. I've taken a little mental note of what horses have been a little sick also, and when they get healthy Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to have the vet go and vaccinate them all also. There's a number of vaccinations you can give throughout the year for the horses, and these guys are going to get them also. I know we had vaccinated a couple back in the fall that were sick a couple of times, and it really helped them. They haven't been sick since. Carter Michael Dio was one, if I can remember correctly. Una Madonna was one. These horses have been super healthy ever since, so we've been vaccinating them also as we go along. So a lot of, as you can imagine, a lot of running lists going in the stable. Castrations and splints and curbs and time off and sickness, vaccinations. So let's go through it again. I'm going to give you a top down because it's not in alphabetical order. I'm just going to give you the list that I have. Soup to nuts. Depend on it, out tomorrow. A little bit sick this week. He's going to be castrated on Wednesday, so he'll start back jogging. Wednesday to Wednesday, depending how the castration goes, he might be able to go a slow mile when I return on that Wednesday. We'll see. Tactical Mounds, just recuperating from her minor fall last month, and she's not ready. She's just starting jogging Monday, not ready to train, certainly not ready to train. Oh, you had to time out. I don't like that. Wouldn't it be nice recovering from her throat operation? Everything went great. She's 100%, just not ready to train. Always Charming, castrated this week. Magical Tom, curb cryoed this week. Austral Hanover, castrated this week. Sipping on My Shine, castrated this week. Sir Strong, just getting over sickness. Not ready to go full mile yet, but that's okay. He's healthy. He's looking great. Everything will be fine with him. Nothing But a Dreamer was really the only sick horse we had this week. He's getting over it now. He'll be jogging tomorrow, but not in any shape to train just yet. And then we have Real Fear with a curb and a splint crowd. And Warwi Yuri had, as I said, had that sickness, but he's fine. He's fine. Just don't want to push him. He's doing great. He's been training really good. Really happy with that colt. Just not going to ask him tomorrow. So he can have next week off. He'll be vaccinated also, and he'll be ready to come out swinging when I return on Wednesday. So as I see it, 48 horses going tomorrow. I've been super happy with everybody. As I said, the only 2 horses in my mind that might miss tomorrow, maybe Smoking Hot Irish Girl and Swinging Senorita, but that will be it might be a tonight option. I'll email you if it is, but it may be a tomorrow morning thing also. So now I'm on my way down to the barn. I'm going to check out the horses, give them, as I said, a final sweep health-wise, make sure everybody's okay, and then I'll be here. Big Fred's in the house. He's landing at 9 o'clock. Him and Gail are here tonight. They're coming away with us. Kind of before COVID hit, a number of friends and family, the McDonald's and a number of friends went away every year. We haven't been able to do it since COVID hit, but we are next week. So my mother, my father are here. So it'll be good to have Big Fred at the track tomorrow. Maybe we can hook Curtis up. He can do a little commentary for you guys. I don't know. I don't know if he can stomach him for the whole morning. But we have 48 horses going out tomorrow. It's going to be chilly. With the wind chill, it will feel like -19 when we hit the track at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Take care.